welcome back to Move Mountains Pilates. My name is Jess, and congrats on making it to the weekend. If you've been doing this every single day, you're done a full work week worth of workouts, and now we're back into a good full body workout for today. We've got 35 minutes of full body, a bit more of an inner thigh focus though, so be prepared to experience some burn. Then tomorrow, we have a stretching workout. I feel like Sundays are perfect for stretching. So work hard today and you'll be rewarded for it tomorrow. Today, all you need is a mini stability ball. If you don't have one, you can mimic all the motions without, or just grab a pillow. You can like fold up the pillow. That should work well enough for you. Do what you can. I'll try to link some Amazon options down below of props that I like, so you can go shopping maybe. But anyways, let's get into it. You're gonna start seated. Okay, we're gonna put the ball behind our back, right about your bra line area if you've got one, kind of bottom tips of the shoulder blades, and then hands go behind the head. Inhale, let's reach ourselves over. Take a nice back extension. Maybe you stay there. It feels so good. Then nod the chin, exhale, curl up right into your abs. Inhale, lean over. Exhale, scoop your belly to get up. Trying to lighten your touch on the ball each time you flex up. Using your abs to get there. You're not simply relying on the ball. Drawing that belly button in and back to hollow out. You will always keep your back touching the ball, but again, you kind of inflate it underneath you as you lighten your touch on it. Strength and mobility, definitely feeling the burn in the abs, but also mobilizing your back. We'll just go for 2 more. Last one, let's stay curled up. You can either keep hands behind the head or reach your arms forward. I like the reach. Personally, I find it helps me to stay up because it's less heavy of a lever with hands behind the head compared to hands behind the head. We march. Exhale, pull your knee up, tabletop. Inhale, put the foot down. Keeping the exact same pressure against the ball the whole time. Almost like the abs are responsible for bringing the knee towards them. Let's go for just another 4 from here. 3, 2, and 1, and then lean back over. And then we gotta crunch up again. This time, keep your hands behind your head. Let's lift the right knee towards your chest, tabletop. As you lean back, reach the leg long away from you. Curl up, bring that knee towards you. Inhale, lean back and reach. Sorry if you can hear the rubberiness of my ball against my mat. Only so much you can do about that. Here we're trying to move right through center. Avoid those little wobbles side to side. We only have 2 more. Last one. And then change sides and lean. Right through the middle of your back. And try to lift your head up to the same height of your knee as you come up, if that makes sense. So just watch that it doesn't feel like your legs kind of lifting up first and you're not lifting quite as high. Really focus on lifting through the upper body. Not worrying as much about bringing your knee towards you, but instead bring yourself towards your knee. For 2 more. Last one. And then another nice stretch over the ball. Okay, one more thing. Crunch up and hold it up. Again, arms can reach here. Let's send the right leg long, tiny circles. happening right from your hip. Trying to keep absolutely stable on the ball. One more that direction, then reverse. I like to use my exhales, the leg opens to the side because that's where you want to wobble. One more. And then maybe you can change sides right away, maybe you take a break, but when you're ready, join in. Reaching through those fingertips if you have your arms forwards to help you stay centered. Reverse. And you're keeping the same pressure of your foot on the mat the whole time. Watch that knee's not wobbly. 2 and 1, and my abs are burning. Enjoy that lean back. You could open the arms if that feels good. And if you hate leaning over the ball, just come up. Big breath. And then get yourself up. Probably won't be graceful, but that's okay. Then let's just put the ball between your knees, lying on your back. Setting up for some bridges. You have your feet somewhat close towards your bum, arms by your sides, and then let's just start with articulating your spine up. Tuck the tail. Oh, feel those abs work, and then roll yourself up. Open up through the front of those thighs. Inhale, exhale, melt back down, bone by bone. Inhale, restore neutral. Exhale, squeeze into the ball a little bit as you go up. Those strong exhales are helping you out. Exhale, roll. Inhale, stay. Exhale, control that down. I can't remember if I told you guys or not, but there was a lady the other day that told me that she was in the hospital for about a month and her oxygen levels were dropping way low. But then she remembered her Pilates breathing and they shot right back up, and her doctors were like, what the heck did you do? Like, it was looking really concerning for her. But then she fixed it with her Pilates breath. So now that I know that the Pilates breath basically saves someone's life, I'm making sure you're breathing because it really does help you out to get through those movements and help you to connect to your powerhouse. Joseph Pilates called it. Your core is your powerhouse. That's your center. That's where all of the energy comes from, all of your stability comes from. So strong force exhale. Make a little bit of noise. Inhale, exhale, melt down. We'll just do 2 more like this. Can you press down deeper through the upper arms? Shoulders want to round forwards. Can you keep them connected to the floor? And then this time we're going to hold it up. You can probably guess where we're going. We have a ball between our knees, so we might as well pulse into it. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Keep going. Keeping the tail tucked, ribs down, thinking imprint. Squeezing both legs equally. Notice if one wants to press more than the other. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now press one thigh into the ball, release a little. Press your other thigh, release a little. It's a slight motion and it's kind of wonky. You're trying to keep hips level. One thigh and then the other. Of course, both thighs have to work. One's just holding stable, working hard to do that, while the other presses. Keep the front of your core engaged. Watch that ribs don't try to flare. 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then let's roll down, hug the knees, stretch your legs. So good. All right, now let's put the ball between your ankles and lie down on your side with your legs straight. So one long line. Take a second there, heels in line with the back of your bum, further back than you might think. You should feel a little wobbly. Lift your bottom waist away from the floor. Can you find that little gap underneath your waist? If there's not a physical gap, that's okay, but get that sensation of lift. And then squeeze your top leg, release. Squeeze, release. So nice small squeezes. And if you don't have a ball, if you don't have a pillow, you're just top leg squeezing down into the bottom leg. Whatever you can do to make it work. I'm sure you have something at home though that does work. Last 2. And then lift both legs up and down. Of course, you're just forced to hold on to the ball so inner thighs work automatically. Trying to still keep your little mouse hole, not worrying about how high you lift. Let's go for another 3, 2, and 1. Then let's just, first of all, make sure your ball's nice and centered. Then we're gonna hold our ankles hovered, toes pointed, tiny, tiny crisscrosses. You don't wanna make them too big, otherwise that ball's gonna fly away. Nice and small, trying to keep your feet hovered. Maybe you can take your top hand off the mat. Maybe you got fingertips down. Try not to grip into your shoulder though. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then we're gonna leave the ball on the floor. Put your top ankle on top of it in front of your bottom leg. Then let's lift your bottom leg up and down. As you lift, let's squeeze into your ball too. So it's like your thighs are squeezing together. I just thought of this one now on the spot, and I love when that happens. I've been teaching for long enough now that I sort of program classes here and there. Like I usually have an idea of what I'm doing, but half the time I'm just winging it. And then a lot of the times things just work out where it's like, oh, actually, like, let's try this and see how that is. And then it's really awesome. So if you're also a teacher, if you're a newer teacher especially, just be patient. It took me a long time to get here. I remember the days when I used to always have my notepad right by me, just in case. I still usually carry notes with me when I teach. Only a few more, by the way. But I usually just write it down for memorization. Like the other day I was teaching and I forgot to bring my notepad upstairs to the studio with me, and I didn't even realize till the end of class. We have 2 more. Am I distracting you from the pain? I hope so. Hold it up, and then let's just pulse. Pulsing both legs. Bottom leg kind of goes higher as your top leg squeezes down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Now let's take the ball, put it underneath your bottom ribs. You have about a hand's width between your armpit and your ball. And if you don't have a ball or something that works, you can do this just without. You could either keep your bottom leg straight, that's gonna be pretty wobbly, or bend it. I'm gonna start with it bent. Top leg long. Drape yourself over. My top hand's forwards of my body to the corner of my mat, palm down. We're gonna lengthen up. Inhale, drape back over. Top leg just hovers about hip height. We wanna keep the hip forwards and the foot back. So it's not gonna be able to lift up very high, otherwise you got that Jane Fonda style kick and you're taking away from your work because you're not in that true alignment. Here we're really just trying to pinch the waist to get up. And I've got my bottom hand kind of dragging along the floor. It's quite light, it's there for balance, but it's not doing a lot. Try not to push, try not to just leave your elbow down, especially not underneath the shoulder. You're not gonna be able to lift enough. You gotta get that arm away from you. Maybe you got both legs long, but still just lifting the top. And maybe, if you want more, for these last few, can you pause at the top, lift your bottom arm. I chose the wrong spot to lift to straighten my bottom leg. I'm gonna bend it again. Lift up, lift your bottom arm. Way better. And then lower yourself down. Reach up first, and then use the reach to help you stay up there as that bottom arm hovers. Reaching out of your fingertips to help you glide that rib to your hip. And it's okay if you're not lifting. It's quite hard. Let's try another 3. 2, Awesome. Okay, sit up. Let's take a butterfly or any other stretch. If you prefer figure 4, that's fine too. Butterfly is going to feel really nice right now though, because you just worked your inner thighs a ton, and then that hip. You sway. Notice how good you're feeling already. Even if it was hard to press play on this video today, if you didn't want to do it, you're doing it anyways and feeling good because of it. Let's do the other side. Ball goes back between the ankles. Take a second to find the perfect long line. And then it's just going to be the top leg that squeezes and releases. Very small. Pretty subtle. But you'll be able to feel it soon. Keep that bottom waist lifted. Only 3 more of these ones. And then hover both legs. Very, very small. It's almost like that bottom leg is responsible for lifting the top, squeezing the bottom leg into the ball to get it up. Only another 3. You notice how each time you go to lift, that deep core cinches up. You might feel, if you put your hand on your belly, you might feel how your core kind of sinks back and in. It kind of deflates away from your hand. Now let's point the toes, keep it hovered, tiny crisscrosses. You might have to readjust your ball as you go. You might lose the ball, that's okay. Keep it small, and you should stay pretty stable. For 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then the ball's on the floor with your top ankle on top of it. Find your perfect spot. And then bottom leg's long and it lifts and lowers. Reaching out of your top hip, you still have your mouth full. And we squeeze down into the ball with the top leg too. Such good inner thigh work here. Today will be total body. We've already done some good abs and obliques and all that, and some glutes and hamstrings. But I'm thinking it's definitely going to be more inner thigh focused. Two more. And then we hold it up and we pulse. Pulsing legs together, squeezing, squeezing. Enjoy the burn. You can get through this. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we take the ball underneath the bottom rib. Bottom leg can be bent or straight for here. Top corner of your mat, palm down. You drape yourself over. And once you've got your perfect spot, reach your way up. Exhale up. Inhale down. Trying to get your armpit higher away from the floor each time you lift. You definitely want to hover the top arm over your thigh as you reach. That's going to help you to get up. If you keep your arm too high, it's harder. We know it's about to get real hard, so use the reach to help. 2 more. And then we add on bottom arm, maybe. Hold, reach up, lower and lower your whole self down. Lengthen up. Wherever you feel like that exhale is most useful for you, it doesn't matter too much. Try your best to keep the same pressure onto that ball the whole time. Three more. Almost putting more weight into the bottom leg to hold you up. That might help. All right. And then after that, take your butterfly. got a sticker in my sock somehow. Must be from the studio. It's like a size large tag. Weird. Take a big breath. And then we're gonna lie on our backs again. We're having a ball today, don't get rid of it. It's a ball day. Now, this time, lift your hips and put the ball underneath them, right underneath the pelvis, the tailbone. It's partly on the tail, partly a little on the low back. You're gonna need to find a spot where you can lift your legs in the air, scooping the belly into imprint to do that. Then first things first, it's a figure 4 stretch. Cross an ankle over the knee, then let your legs cave towards you. And that will put you into a really deep stretch for your glute. Gravity is helping you to go into the stretch. Settle down there, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides. You're going to be very happy to know that tomorrow is going to be stretching. And I'm thinking we'll grab a flex band for the stretching. You could also just use a loop band if that's all you have, but ideally one of those long bands. But today is still about the work. So let's now reach legs straight to the sky and we'll go into scissors. One leg up towards you, the other goes down, and you scissor back and forth. Exhale, legs open. Inhale, they pass through. Holding your core strong in that imprint, and feel free to readjust your position so you're in a perfect spot as needed. The good news is you're doing some active stretching here, lengthening your hamstrings as you strengthen your abs and hip flexors. Let's just go for another 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then legs straight up to the sky together. Send them down and away. Inhale, back up. Exhale, reach down. I'm kind of slippery on my mat today. I don't know if it's because I have my ponytail in the middle of my head and my head's like moving. Yeah, maybe not. Don't be afraid to adjust if you're sliding around too. Oh, slippery, slippery. No matter what, you're still trying to scoop your belly, only letting those legs go so low that your low back does not try to arch. Let's just go for 2 more. And then legs straight to the sky. Let's now send them down one side of your body. You might want to take your arms wider to the sides here. And then they go up the other side. And the ball will move around a little bit. I'm exhaling as I go down. Inhale to lift. Hips turn and pivot side to side. And you're getting into obliques. Let's do 2 more this direction. Legs circles, but legs stay together. Reverse on your next. Last 2. 1 more. Okay. Still on the ball, but again, readjust as needed. Usually I'm not so slippery. Now legs up, straight to the sky. Turn them out laterally, so heels are together, toes apart, ankles are flexed. Then bend your knees, knees open wide. Exhale, press up. So now we're just going straight up and down. Still abs a little bit, but also inner thighs, hamstrings, and glutes. Flares always look so cute until you're doing things like this, and then it's like not so much a cute Pilates princess anymore, right? That's okay. squeeze those heels the whole time. Raise the roof with your feet. Watch that legs don't go too close towards you. That's going to take away some of the work. Try to keep feet basically right over top of hips. You're working against gravity here. Zero pressure on the joints at all, but still strengthening your legs. And it's actually really good for us to be in this position with legs up, us down. It's really awesome for lymphatic drainage. Getting the lymph fluid flowing through the body. Tongue twister there. And by getting that fluid flowing, it helps to distribute all those good things around your body. 2 more. Okay, legs are feeling it. Let's now get off the ball one way or another. Probably easiest way is feet down, lifting your bum. My favorite way is flinging up, but be careful if you try that. Now, let's go ahead, 4-point kneeling. The ball is underneath your left hand. Shoulders over top of both wrists, hips over top of those knees. From there, send the ball away and lower your heart towards the floor, and then roll it back in. So it's gonna be sort of like a single arm push-up. Just be careful there. My shoulder kind of felt weird during that. It's a weird range for your shoulders. If it feels better to go off to the side, that's fine too. Or maybe you don't go as low. Trying to keep shoulders level. Now this will be harder if you kind of lean forwards with it. It makes it more tricep focused. And that way your right elbow tucks in by your side as you lean forwards with it. Definitely more shoulder and arm focused on that right side by leaning forward slightly. If you keep your weight over your heels, it's easier. Let's go 4 more. Just as low as feels good. Last time. Change sides. And then again. Down and up, maybe your first few, you try to tap your elbow to the floor and you keep your body weight on your knees. And then if you did it on the first side, you'll start to lean forwards. Watch out for your hair getting trapped into the ball. Notice how this side feels compared to the other. I mentioned how my left shoulder was feeling a little twingy on the first side. The shoulder, not so much. This shoulder's pretty fine. Three more. By the way, the other day in one of our videos, I think it was that glute video, I mentioned how one side for me felt a lot tighter than the other, and it would be interesting watching it back on video. I did that, and oh my gosh, you guys, such a big difference with that like little leg kick we did in the clams. So maybe you try that. Anyways, this is your last. Great work. Now put the ball between your knees, hands and knees or elbows if your wrists are tired. Spread those fingers wide, tuck the toes, exhale, hover. Inhale, hold, exhale, lower. Nice tiny knee hovers. Let's exhale to lift. Inhale, stay, squeeze the ball. Exhale, lower. Inhale, release. Three. Two. Hold this last one up. Pulse into the ball. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Shoulders are wide from the ears. Just breathing through. Pushing almost away from your hands. Keep some weight into your feet. That will feel nicer on your wrists and shoulders. And oh my gosh, thighs are burning. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Almost done. I do want to do a little standing work. So let's get up, take the ball with you. Almost there. Sumo squats, feet go wide, legs are out laterally, ball at your chest, elbows stick out wide. From here, let's sumo squat down, open the knees wide. And as you stand up, squeeze the ball. Readjust your positioning after that last one. Make sure you're in a good spot. Knees are able to track open, quite wide, in line with where your feet are, open from the hips. If that doesn't feel good, don't go as wide. And with each squeeze into the ball, you get a bit of extra arms, but also that deep connection into your core. Feeling your core brace itself as you squeeze your way up. Squeezing those glutes at the top too. Pressing equally on both legs and equally on both arms. Just 2 more. And last one. Stay down, pulse. Pulse up and down and pulse into the ball. Breathing however it feels good. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Almost there. One more thing. Let's do it. Get back down. This time, reach your ball forwards, lift one heel and lift your arms. Inhale, lower. Exhale, change sides. Staying stable, watching ribs don't try to flare. Instead, you'll feel your back getting stronger with those arm lifts. And then if you want this to be a little bit harder, can you try both heels lifted? Find your balance, tap one heel down, lift it back up. Other heel, lift it back up, definitely a bit more wobbly. You could always hang on to something. Can you go lower? Oh, you got this. Get through those shakes. It's almost over. This is where you really make improvements in your body, by pushing yourself when it feels like you can't anymore. 4 more. 3. Just 1 more per side. And 1. And release. And we're done the hard work. Let's just take a seat. Spread your legs wide. Put the ball between them. Big breath. And then roll the ball away. Inhale, stay, exhale, roll it back in. Feeling a bit of a stretch in your back as you roll down. At the bottom, you try to reach your chest forwards, opening through those inner thighs, lengthening hamstrings. Let's do 2 more like that. Last time. And then take the ball next to you, lift your opposite arm up, side bend. Exhale up. 1 more time. This time, twist, turn to face your knee, big breath. And then we'll change sides. Lengthen up, take it over. And then this time you're adding in that twist. And stacking back up. And you're all done. I hope you feel good. Inner thighs are something I find that can be tricky to work on the mat and really get a good burn from. So you might be feeling those quite a lot if you don't typically work them. Let me know in the comments. How are your inner thighs doing? How is your body doing? How are you doing? How does that feel? And if you guys can give this video a like, that would really help me out. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Stay warm out there if you're in Calgary with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.